So, do we want to talk this through, or do we just want to vote? Dragon Lady or Beckbar?
So as you guys are voting, you hear a knock at the door. And as the person is knocking, the door just falls over because it's off the hinges at this point. And standing there is a Arcone character who you've met before in fine. He's in a fine cloak and shoes. It is the judge.
How the fuck is everybody just getting in here?
And he just
we had the only two ways to get in here.
he just kind of looks, surveys the scene, and just kind of shakes his head and says, Theria, I see that you have found the sword. And he steps over a couple people who are still frozen.
Doesn't it feel to any of you like we're still in the dream world?
I'm thinking more like Pee-wee's Playhouse and that magical door that everybody just keeps coming through.
What is your interest in sword?
Well, Theria has obviously found the sword of the eternal wound, which she was sent to find.
I spin around and I say, "Slab team," and I put the sword under my jacket and I pull it back out and I say, I just have this crappy short sword. I don't know what you're talking about.
Theria, I've not come to claim the sword. I'm just glad that it is not in Beckbar's hands. The king will be most appreciative of what you've done.
Yeah, as soon as we get out of Calico, I intended to communicate with the king, but the stone doesn't seem to work from in here.
Yes.
So why are you here?
Well, I've come looking for you. I
You
heard
have
about the
news.
incident at Black Lake and had not heard anything.
Who the hell survived to tell the story?
What the hell happened to the time not moving in here?
Who told you that?
What?
Who told you the time didn't move when you were in here?
I don't even remember anymore.
I believe it was Steve.
I thought it was the mayor.
Yes. You mean the one running naked outside?
And what he's
Well, I
doing?
mean, we may have started a second shenanigans. I mean,
We may have started a bacchanal.
He walks over and he points up to the loft. He says, "What is that?"
fucking apparently another way of getting into this place that only has two entrances.
No, that. Are you pointing to the woman or to the machine?
He's pointing to the machine.
Oh, I don't know, but it seemed to be the middle of a pretty raging party earlier. But I honestly have no idea what it does or is.
So he's carefully stepping over the different bodies that are still frozen. Careful not to touch anything. I do have a message for you.
Please.
And he pulls out a note and hands it to you.
Thank you. Do you require a reply?
No, I don't require a reply. This is just information that was given to me so that you would have it. It was too risky to try to send it via the stone.
Can
All right,
people listen in on the stone?
What?
Can people listen in on the stone?
They may.
All right, can you guys remind me who this judge is?
He is an Arcone, which is basically like a gray-skinned reptile. He's got scales, and he's gray-skinned, and he is a vampire.
He was there when I first met the party, right? Weren't you guys in his court for something?
No, you met him.
No, that's
We
Judge
were-
Righteousbringer.
Oh, that's a different judge.
Yeah,
This
This
is the guy that was on the boat.
This is a vampire that we met after we left the Underdark.
Okay.
he works directly
Okay, so-
for the king.
I don't think Soul Wrench has met him.
Max,
No.
Well, then, very briefly, I think, right at
Yeah.
the beginning.
Yeah,
Maybe, yeah.
he came he was on the spinning top ship.
He's the one. He whisked away with lunch
The mollusk, right?
and Molask.
Whatever happened to lunch, by the way?
He is doing work. He is doing special work for the king.
Excellent. All right, so I take a quick look at the note. Can I offer you a beverage for your trouble?
Or have a cupcake.
Don't give away all our cupcakes.
What kind of beverage?
I've got some ale in my bag of ale.
I can generate mead.
Plenty of people here won't mind if you take a little blood.
I
Or
am
at least
rather,
they won't complain for a couple of minutes.
I'm rather parched.
I suppose I might technically be able to generate blood with this thing. Maybe.
All right, I hand him one of my ales.
All right, he just he drinks it very slowly. You can tell that he really wishes it was like O negative.
I'm gonna drag over the paralyzed body of my new steward. Here, try this.
And who is this?
It's my steward.
It's another fucking stray dog, basically.
All right, so while you do that, I sit down and have a beer with him and ask him about his journeys here.
Yeah, he just mentions that as you can tell that he's drinking this, he is pretty good with social norms, so but you can tell that this is definitely not something he would drink. This is a little bit lowbrow for him. He just mentions that the incident that happened at Black Lake, he had heard about it. They had gone up there to see what the results were. They didn't see you guys or didn't find anything. He mentions that the army, that Bekbar, that Oltar's army with the Lich Queen and the huge Godzilla creature pretty much just wiped out the Azures and the Salamanders. That they have swept south and that they are in camps waiting to probably formulating a plan to take the Dragon City. So it'll take them a while, but that's probably what they're going to do.
So why is Oltar fighting the dragon?
Why? Because he wants the Dragon City. He wants all the power and the magic from it.
And who is the Lich Queen siding with?
Oh, the Lich Queen and Oltar are together.
Yeah, they ran the Shadow City together.
The City of the Dead.
City of the Dead.
Right, I've lost track of like whose side Bekbar's on and whose side the dragon's on.
Yes, apparently at this time the old lady is with Bekbar, but
But Bekbar's in the south.
Bekbar was when you guys were at Black Lake. The Northern Army was Oltar and the Lich Queen, and the Southern Army at Black Lake was Bekbar.
Right, but now Bekbar's in the south in his secret lair underwater like a pawn film.
Yes, well that's where he goes because Bekbar can shift planes. He can go to different places, and we have heard that he has some kind of lair he goes to. He doesn't hang out in Alcazar all the time.
What's the name of the Dragon City?
Anidus.
That's not on our map.
Now, if the map
it's
had
just formed recently, right?
well, recently for dragons, but it's been there thousands of years.
Oh, okay.
It's a floating city. If you had a west side to that map, it would be on there. Does that note make any sense?
Yeah, I just replied back to you.
Oh, okay.
So maybe all we need to do to beat the dragon is wait for them to attack the dragon.
Yeah. I say let them go at it. Let's go take care of Bekbar. Then come back for these guys. Maybe we'll come back and be pleasantly surprised and the dragon's dead. Without having to lift a finger against her.
Or we'll come back and she'll be at like 1 hit point.
Okay.
We could swoop in and get all the XP.
I need to think about this for a minute.
So And now I'm going to ask the guy, like, how the hell did you get into this city
Well, how do most people get in this city?
with this box?
You are correct.
But there's only two
So
boxes
you have a box.
here.
And who told you that?
The traveler.
There you go. Consider your source.
He's been fairly trustworthy so far. Where's your box?
It is secured.
Do you know
Did
how
you
many
get my note?
boxes?
Well, apparently you have one, I have one, and
We have another one.
We
you
have
have two. So now there are three.
Boy, I sure wouldn't mind having all three.
And for what reason?
Yeah, but somehow Gar Glitter Gold got here too, so there might be 4.
Well, that fucker's a deity. Can't account for that.
Wait, that gnome is a god?
Yeah, why do you think I just handed over the magical
Keep up.
casualware without a complaint?
Why don't you go pull a card?
I don't pretend to know or understand.
I do really want to pull a card.
From the wheel of many things.
Yeah.
I'm very interested in pulling one of those cards.
Could derail the whole campaign if you die.
Right, the sword is attuned to me.
He said it prefers you.
On the other hand, you only live once.
That's right. So I take it, Steve, is he here anywhere?
Okay.
He
The traveler.
wasn't. He was. I don't think he came with us.
All right, guys.
He was going off to find the other box and then dropped into the water, but he didn't. As far as I know, he didn't know the gnome had the other box, and he didn't jump through to come to Calico with us, unless we just didn't see him.
There's a place we need to go.
Seems like we got a few of those.
I believe that we've gotten a lot of help from my sources as we've gotten this far, and they'd like us to meet up with what I'm assuming is another source a day and a half from now.
Where and for what?
Not 100% sure for what. The place is called Sand Mirror, and they want us to be there 2 days from now at noon.
Where's this place at?
I don't know, but we can get there from the Gladiator Arena, right?
We just have to name it. We don't have to actually know where the hell we're going.
It's south of Hextor's Crossing.
South of
guys,
some other we don't know where.
It's south of something else I've never heard of.
I mean, it's north of that thing we've never seen.
That's right.
Hey guys, my computer is frozen. I don't know how it is. I'm still able to hear you guys, but I need to restart my computer.
Okay.
We can see you. It's just like last time.
Yeah, this is a piece of shit computer that I need to get a new one. But, you know, funds. All right, BRB.
Okay.
So I think we should. I mean, the king hasn't steered us wrong so far, so I think we should follow his suggestions.
Maybe we should try to yank off one of the vampire's fake teeth in case they're fake teeth and he's just somebody in disguise.
I could do the pinky test again.
Or we could just try and roll an insight and see what happens.
Yeah, I'll roll an insight check.
I mean, once we're outside of Calico, I can use my communication stone to confirm that this message came from the king.
My insight was an 18 on whether or not there's something fishy about the vampire, other than him being like, you know, an undead creature.
Fishy in what sense?
in the sense that he's trying to trick us into something.
No, he seems straight up.
Who wrote this letter?
The judge said it was from the king.
Does it have the king's signature?
That's a question for you, Peter.
No, it doesn't. It has exactly what I sent
It's
you.
just a folded piece of paper. Like it doesn't have an envelope or anything.
No, just folded.
Have you seen the king's handwriting before?
Probably not. I think all the messages I've gotten from the king have been through the stone up until this point.
I take out a piece of paper and a pen and write really quickly, "You're a dumbass," and say, "I got a message from the king." And I try to hand it to Theria.
I torch it with my burning hands. Like this. Look, as soon as I get outside of this place, I can confirm whether this message came from the king or not.
You can do that.
So here's the thing: we follow what the followable man says, or
He's a vampire.
what the deity says.
Well, who's the deity?
The fucking gnome.
Are you sure about that?
Or the dragon.
Yeah, but
lady.
he's like a trickster gnome, though. And she's the sister of the evil bitch that we're fighting.
So the judge says, "I will let you discuss this." He thanks you again for all the work you've done and tells you not to spend all your credits in one place.
We getting more of them?
Sort of. You'll see. And as he turns to walk out, now the door is not there. He puts up his cloak again. He's like, "I hate this place because it's always daylight."
Why don't we hit the library and see where this, whatever it was, Sandy Mere or something, is?
Okay, I'm up for that.
Maybe it's conveniently located to something else.
Let's take a quick 5-minute break so Mike can get back, because I got one more thing and he needs to hear it. So
Another person to interrupt us?
of course, it's the last one. Last interruption.
George, this is your life.
This is your live.
Do you remember this voice? It's your second grade teacher.
All right, we'll take a quick pause right here.
All right.
Okay, so the judge has left. You guys are contemplating your options when you hear a familiar voice from underneath a couple piles of people who are still frozen, pushing his way, and it's Steve. And he's pushing people out of the way, and he's like, and is he gone? Is he gone yet? Did he leave?
Who are we talking about?
Did who leave?
The judge?
The judge.
I believe so. He was looking for you.
Oh,
Why you
man.
want us to call him back, or?
No, he didn't have some Duragar with glasses with him, did he?
No.
Okay, good.
I didn't see anything like that.
He's like, "Oh, my head's killing me." And you notice Steve is wearing a helmet that has 2 horns on it, and there's a big piece of tape on it that says evidence.
Wait a minute. Does that look like the horned blacksmith's horns?
Why, yes, it does.
I immediately, my fatigue suddenly disappears momentarily as quickly as I can, which is still stumbling, move over to this person and I snatch it off of his head and ask very sternly, "Where did you get this?"
Well, I must have picked it up during the party or something. It's got evidence. It looks really familiar. I think this is Carl's helmet. He used to wear it. It looks a lot like his. I think it's his Carl. He was a much better wingman, and then he kicks the bugbear, and the bugbear wakes up and transforms into this older gentleman human with a flowered shirt. He's like, better than Bandrin, you suck as a wingman. And he's like, oh, what happened? Do I still have my pants?
Is that where the nymphs came from?
They're nymphs. Where? Where are they at? Where are they hiding?
They're around here somewhere.
I grab this person by the throat and I demand,
Who did you
"Where
grab by
did
the
you
throat?
get this?"
Who did you grab by the throat?
The wingman.
Bandrin? Look, I didn't write the trash can part that way, man. Don't blame me.
God damn it.
I'm not speaking of a trash can. I'm speaking of this film. Where did you get this?
Well, obviously got it from here. I didn't bring it. Talk to Steve. He knows where it is.
Wasn't Jacques the one that was pulling things out that was marked with evidence?
Yep.
Do I see Jacques anywhere?
Yeah, he is frozen in place.
Oh, he's still frozen?
Yep.
Of course he is.
That's probably not a bad thing.
So then I after looking to Jacques, I turned back to what's this the bugbear person, human person?
Yeah, Bandrin the Resurrector.
Vandrin. So then I say, "Where is Steve then?"
And he points right there.
And where does
You know Steve the Traveler.
Yeah, he was right there all along. He's the one that had the hat on the first place.
You snatched the hat off of him.
Oh. Okay, clearly. So then I turn back. Is Steve still there?
Yeah.
Okay. Traveler, tell me where you found this.
And he puts his hands on your shoulders and says, "In this room."
Where in this room?
Wherever the evidence is being kept. Like I said, it looks like Carl's helmet. Carl used to wear a helmet like this. And Jacques probably collected it when the shenanigans went down.
Do you know the person that wore this?
Yes, I do.
Soul Wrench's tone suddenly begins to soften, and he asks, "Can you tell me about him?"
Yeah, it was Carl. He was a traveler like me. He wasn't very good at it, but he tried. I lost track of him. The last time I heard, he was in some prison in Tugnath.
God, we totally saw him, man. He was right there. He got taken by that Gith woman.
Wait a minute, in the bouncy castle?
No.
That place?
Down the rust monster, or the monsters that were back in our 30-minute argument.
I don't think I was there that day.
No, you weren't.
That doesn't work. No, you. That's when you guys went to Tugnath, and that's when
We were looking for the ethereal weapons and the blacksmith that made the ethereal weapons.
and you gave him the T-shirt.
We were covered in shit.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So
That was Carl.
He was the one that got okay.
Apparently, Carl is your maker. Apparently. So yeah, we saw your maker get taken.
Soul Wrench, suddenly the exhaustion returns and seems to be even greater than before, as now it's mixed with dejection and a sense of failure. And he kind of slumps his shoulders and says, "He was there. I could have saved him."
I find the biggest mug I can find, and I just fill it up from my tankard. Yeah, chin up, fucking drink.
Thanks, Rothgar, but I can't. I can't believe this.
So I just chug it then.
Does would the helmet fit Soul Wrench?
Yes.
So then I very carefully peel off this tape that says evidence, and I put it on my head. And then Soul Wrench then says something to the effect of, "Now that I know that you are out there, I will find you, and I will save you."
I just mutter quietly. Hopefully that fucking gift bitch didn't kill her.
Soul Wrench hears but ignores.
And then Steve is listening to this and he says, "So you saw Carl? You found him?
Yeah, for a moment.
Briefly, yes.
And what happened?"
And then we didn't see him anymore.
We were about to leave with him, but at the last moment, we had looked away for just a second, and he had been taken, and his captors disappeared with him.
Well, I mean, to be fair, she said that she would take him to safety, and we would use my cloak to get out of there. And then it was you saw last minute him say, help me or some shit.
Yes.
Yeah,
Right
I think
before we teleported.
I saw him mouthing "help me," and then he just.
Yeah.
But we can go outside and sing somewhere out there.
So Steve gets himself together and says, "I'll be right back." And he steps over the bodies, sort of tripping, and runs out the door.
I'll offer Soul Wrench a cupcake.
About 5 minutes passes, and Steve comes back, and he says, "You want the good news or the bad news?"
What news do you bring?
Carl's
Just
alive.
say it.
He's in the astral plane.
And what's the good news?
I'm still as good looking as I was 5 minutes ago.
I high five him, I guess.
Okay.
How did you come to this information?
Those are mysteries best kept to me and speeding this game along so he doesn't spend the next hour trying to figure that out. So now you are presented with the 4 scenarios.
Well, I'm pretty sure the astral plane's not near anything else we're doing.
Nope.
But on the other hand, maybe time doesn't move in the astral plane either.
Moonflower perks up.
Seems like it moves here.
Moonflower perks up at the mention of the astral plane. he gets visibly a little kind of agitated. I wouldn't mind venturing out to the astral plane. It has been a long, long time.
Pretty sure that's like last on the priority list. We got the fate of the world at stake here.
I feel like we should follow the note from King Paris.
Well, I've got no dog in this fight, but yours is the note is the only one that has a time limit on it expressly. Frankly, I feel like we'd get more done if the people who hired us gave us time frames to get things done in, but they don't. So we've got as long as we want on everything else.
That allows for lots of interesting side quests, and then
Or the people that are hiring us giving us chances to level up, so we don't.
yeah.
So that can beat.
I am a little concerned that attacking Beckbar with a dragon will wind up in our debts. But I have no real reason to believe. I mean, meeting the contact hopefully won't result in our deaths. Going to the astral plane, I'd have no idea what we'll meet there, but I wasn't that concerned about the woman the first time we met her. So rescuing Carl feels easy to me, although I might be wrong about that. Well, I don't know what we get when we rescue Carl. Like nothing. Like the good feeling of knowing that Soul Wrench is daddy properly.
We don't even know if Soul Wrench has real emotions.
That's true. We don't even know if we're not in a dreamscape or not.
We've been in a dreamscape the whole time.
Sally, this is crazy talk. And I reach into my robes and I pull out a handful of mushrooms. We have some mushrooms. We're not in the dreamscape.
Yeah.
We hit level 20 and it's like, you wake up. No.
I'm okay on the mushrooms. You got bugs living in there. Says as he pulls, I'm going to pull out like one magic worm and eat it.
Is that what you do?
Yes.
You immediately sober up.
God damn it.
Bet that wouldn't work on me. I don't want to test it.
I take out my magic tankard and fill it up.
I think Rothgar's new normal is just drunk, and so drunk is sober for him, and so I'd be interested to see what real drunk would look like given his new normal, which is constant drunk.
Like a good 6 shots before the start of the game, you might see that.
I'll take one of those.
Of our options, I'd vote for going to meet the contact and seeing what they want.
Yeah, I do too.
Sure.
I'd dearly like to see home, well, at least one more time.
We'll get there. Eventually.
And otherwise, I would be preferable to help Princess Shiva. She has done my people a great service, and that's something I can't forget.
Did she create you guys?
No, they helped us in the war against the Gith.
So what was this the contact about again?
It was a
I
note.
might have missed part of that.
It was a note that
rebooting my computer.
It was a note that I believe came from King Paris, saying that we should meet someone at the Sand Mirror, the Green Sea Necklace Saloon in Sand Mirror, in 2 days at noon on the 16th.
And what does that pertain to?
They've been giving me contacts and locations, as we've been going along this far, and they've always been useful. So I'm assuming this is a furtherance of our mission to kill Bekbar with this sword that we've gotten.
Well, Soul Wrench, he knows that the horned blacksmith, who's apparently named Carl and a traveler, he knows that his power is fading within captivity, as he's being driven to create these magical arms and armaments for these power players. But he also understands that there are some things that he was created for a purpose, and he wants to try to seek out that purpose. And he understands that saving Carl will perhaps need to come soon, but not right now. Also, given that I'm not going to be here next week, it doesn't make sense to.
Yeah. Let's go visit. My vote is for the contact, too. See what they have to say. If it's unsatisfactory, then we know where Carl is. I say we go take him out next.
All right.
Bekbar is what I meant to say. I think I said Carl, but Bekbar. Let's go kill Carl, then go save Bekbar. No.
Let's go kill whatever weak shit that Peter picks out of the monster manual for us in the arena.
Yeah, let's go there. Let's go do that right quick. I think we're ready. Except for maybe Soul Wrench.
We're all rested up and everything, right?
Not Soul Wrench.
Soul Wrench is sluggish.
I have 2 levels of exhaustion on me.
Oh, how do we get rid of that?
Did you get 3 whole levels on you before?
How many
Yeah.
days? How many days of rest do you need to remove that exhaustion?
2 more.
1 long rest per level.
I bet that'll make us miss the meeting date.
That fatigue, you don't feel fatigued. It's long gone.
Oh. I don't know what has suddenly come over me, but suddenly my energy has returned.
It's like a million voices suddenly crying out and suddenly silenced.
That's when your valet is woken up by Vandrin. He's like, "Hey man, get up!" And it's the knight with his bad leg. He's like, "Hey, you're supposed to get my stuff, man. We gotta leave." He's like, "What? What am I supposed to do? Oh, get your things." He's like, "Yeah, me and Steve gotta get the hell out of here. That was the best damn after party I've ever been to."
You're welcome.
Anytime, yeah, that was good. So
Not sure there's an after anything in a place where time doesn't pass, but
No, I'm pretty sure time passes here.
and Steve
Steve lied to us.
Steve is like looking at the black hole machine and like, yeah, I'm gonna have to do something about that too. So, and then you hear Vandrin remark that those were the best 8 years he's ever spent
Spent where?
in Calico.
When?
Well, right now that was the after party, man. It was 8 years long.
You're saying this is better than the fantasy world where you had nymphs serving you.
I think you're missing the. Have we been here for 8 years?
Yep.
No wonder they sent somebody looking for me.
It's quite a party.
Woo. All right.
How could we have been here for 8 years? Does time not pass in Calico?
I mean, it does, but it would feel to you. It was hard to tell
Because we were near a goddamn black hole.
because after a while, you'd have no sense of it. But Vandrin and Steve know that how long it's passed.
I yelled at Matilda, "We're leaving. You fucking coming?
Yeah, let me get my things.
Hurry the fuck up."
Where are my shoes at?
Where's the last place you had them?
And you see her walk out, and she takes her boot and pours out some sort of liquid that's in it. Rothgar, did you sign that paperwork to join the World Treasure Finders yet?
Nope.
God damn it!
I'll fucking get to it.
And the ash falls from her cigarette. Let's go. I'm ready to leave.
We'll leave when I want to. Are we leaving, guys? Are we going?
Uh-oh. You got to go, Lincoln? Okay.
Night, Lincoln.
All right, good night, man. Good luck with that.
So you guys make your way to the arena. We got Theria and Felaroff and Opportunity, the whole damn crew, and Matilda.
And my valet who doesn't have a name.
What?
My valet who doesn't have a name.
Yeah, you want him to come?
He's my valet. Once we go through the have to attend me on the other side.
So he's collecting Vandrin's bags and stuff, and him and Steve are getting ready to go, and then he follows you up, limping with his bad leg, even though he's been here. It's still bothering. He says it's a recurring injury. It happens. So you guys notice that on the streets are empty. There's nobody out. You go to the arena, there's like 3 people and they're like asleep on benches. It's empty.
Alrighty.
So
I'll send my valet in then to announce this.
okay. 1 person claps. But that's 1 out of 3, so that's pretty good.
33% approval rating. All right.
The goddamn mayor was running around fucking naked. So, I mean, I don't know who's going to set up our fights.
So nothing happens. The mayor comes running through the gate, closes it behind him. He looks exhausted. He's like, okay, it's all good. Just tell me where you want to go, and I'll send you there.
Is he still naked?
Yes.
All right.
Unfortunately, Theria had the note that said where we want to go.
We'd like to go to San.
Okay, San Mira. Okay, all right. So everybody, give me a wisdom save.
Wisdom saves are my favorite.
Aw, yeah.
Oh, not bad actually. 15.
You're 26.
Well, I got a 4. I'll go ahead and. I mean, if it's a save, I'm assuming I failed whatever this save is.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and try out my Indomitable right quick. Oh shit. Yeah, and 11.
Moonflower, you got what? 16?
26.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, 26. Yeah, you guys are ready to go, but for some reason, Rothgar and Theory are like, whoa, wait a second. We kind of like it here. Maybe we should stay a little bit longer. I mean, time really doesn't pass, so what's the big deal?
We have to leave before we have many other things. with pressing urgency that are not in Calico. We can always come back. We have the boxes.
Yeah, but but we might miss something.
If we miss something, we can always return. Won't you come? And I'm gonna do a persuasion, whatever the
Yeah, okay.
whatever that is. Yeah, it's persuasion. Okay, I remembered it. 16.
She says, I guess so. I guess we can always come back.
Yes.
But I guess, is Rothgar going to stay?
Rothgar, this is a place where drinking is illegal. So you get your ass in there so we can go to some place where there's proper bars.
I'm sold.
I mean,
But you got your tankard that all refills all the time, so everywhere you go is a bar.
Yeah, but like I gotta experience new beers so that I can put them, so I can summon them in the tankard.
Was a 17 persuasion.
is that how your power works?
That's how I imagined it. I have to be able to picture the liquid to be the drink.
Gotta drink them all.
Had to have experienced it. Yeah. So I
Yeah,
gotta
like-
try all of the beers.
You have like a drink index or something?
It's like, oh, there was that one bar. Yeah, I'm gonna drink that today. Ah. I don't know if there's a contested rule that I would. I don't know.
17, I got a 17 persuasion check.
I don't know what
just-
to roll.
Yeah, just give me a roll. I was going to say to give you advantage because Matilda says that she's going to go on no matter what. But yeah, you're convinced. Sully has convinced you to leave.
All right.
All right. So you guys, the mayor,
We're coming back.
as he's got his back to the gate door, holding it because you can see somebody pushing against it, and you guys vanish. We can just stop right there if you want. Just pick it up next week, right? Mike, you're going to be moving, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll be out next week.
Okay.
Makes sense. It's Theria's contact we're going to meet.
Yeah. But I wanted to give you guys at least some choices, so I just figured I'd just do it all at once.
I like choices.
All right. I'll talk to you guys next week then.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks again, guys.
Bye.
Sounds good.
Alrighty. Take care, everyone.
All right.
Felt a great disturbance in the force.
It's like a million voices suddenly crying out and suddenly silenced.